Months ago, I found a heart. I was digging under a building to hide an underground disco of sorts, and a cave opened up beneath me. Not very big, but it was strange, curious even. Spikes of glass poked out of the cave walls. At the end of the cave was a glowing heart, made of glass, crystal, floating in place. Near the heart, runes of galactic filtered through the air. A standard language galactic is. Every creation should know it. The glass heart keeps my kingdom cool. The glass would never melt, never be hot to the touch. The roofs would never fall into the buildings, never cause harm to those who inhabited them. I told myself small patches, like my apothecaries, would be dug around my kingdom. Over time, I forgot. I forgot to feed the heart. It seemed I'd failed the task, took too long. The new heart felt like a threat, a warning caused for my incompletion. Cracked, angry, broken, angry, forceful, fierce. My foolishness led me to the heart. It was supposed to be a reminder of its hunger, so I could look at it and say, "Time for my daily feeding," as you would a lion, a pet. An offering to a god, maybe? A threat. A threat it was, and it is. And it will be. A reminder, not for me to go up and try to fix it. A fool I was to go up and try to fix it. The cracks, the brokenness. An idiot. An idiot goes up to a threat, a lion, and tries to fix it outright. A fool goes up to a threat, a lion, and tries to soothe its angry, open maw. Mistakes come with prices. Minor scars. A blind eye. I have to feed then. Feed the lion. Regret has never been felt so deeply. The burns still burn, cover my arms, my legs, singe my hair. But that consequence must be put aside. I cannot dwell on my own wounds, when a wound that could come to something much greater than I is much more important than such a foolish being like I am. I have work to do, a heart, a lion to feed, lest I anger it further and it consumes me whole. It's strange, isn't it? How you can forget such a simple task. How it can destroy you within mere seconds. Well, I suppose I should fix this problem before it gets any worse. What was it that was said at some point? Dig the patches of the nether where we should know where to protect. This area would need a lot of protecting. Which is why I suppose the heart was found here in the first place. Now all broken. My eyes may look grey here, but I assure you one is gone. It's just what the character creator allows. I must find an adequate space to dig some amount of nether into this area. Maybe somewhere central. Maybe I put a garden here. Maybe it will be something I do every episode. I just come here, or somewhere in my empire that has a lot of glass, dig some nether into it, and then just leave and get on with my day. That should have been how it started. You know, when I found this thing. In what, August? It's March now. No wonder it was so mad. I'm surprised this thing still floats. Maybe I'll start here instead. This is how it should have been. Every morning as the sun rises over the kingdom, I just put in a little bit of soul soil and nether in my areas. But no, I had to forget. I had to make it bad. I had to wait for punishment so I could finally get things done. It's such a simple task as well. To take a break from everything else and just place block. To just dig in small, harmless patches of netherrack and soul soil into the sand. It should have been easy. I told myself when I started here in this kingdom that I'd stop making mistakes. That I'd stop being harmful and forgetful. Of course. That will never happen, will it? Being in this desert is punishment enough. With these clothes. With this biome. Of course I had to go and make it worse. But hey, I fed the heart a little. Should probably do some more. I think because the wound is so flesh, I've grown a little bit weary of it. Annoyed at myself, even. I need to stop wallowing around in self-pity and actually get things done. That does make me feel a little bit better, at least. That I've done something to please this entity that looms and protects over my kingdom. It doesn't look any better, though, which is concerning. I wonder, does it need more? I think we need a notebook. Places where I'll be putting them, I suppose. It's where I'm supposed to protect it, right? That's one of the things that were said in the runes that may or may not have been shown to you. Feeling a bit better now. Of course, I still can't see properly, but well, hopefully that will come back in time. I've done things. I've fed the heart. I've even just a little bit. I'll come back. It'll be a nice routine. Every day, I'll log on, feed the heart a little bit, and leave. That's how we'll start every episode now. Just feed and move on. I don't have to make a big deal about it. You know, even if it is a little bit dramatic. Well, there are many things that need to be done around here, if anyone could tell. So, that's how it will be. So, take this as a bit of an author note here. Um, this is my first time trying to play a character. So kind of like editor Tanya here. This is my first time trying to play a character and record it, and then like, you know, put it into a video. So I'm not sure if I characterized her very well. I'm good at writing things. Playing one is a completely different story. Haha. Another thing to note is that the piano you heard at some point, that's my own composition, inspired by Ivory's White Pine. It's called Sunlit Cactus, and the full version should be available on YouTube soon, after this video premieres. And if you want to know more about this lore and stuff, I'll be doing a stream on the 4th of April, where I kind of just go through the Glass Desert Tanya lore and a bit more of my creator lore. The original creator lore video will be linked in the description below, so you can do that. And, yeah. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you think it's alright. This took me a long time, and I hope it was worth it.